came alongside and picked us up and took us up the beach, sitting on the top of the tank. Well, the crew were already in that one, Saturday morning. We just sat on it, took us up the beach.
So that's the dingo. The next one coming in is the Morris Light Reconnaissance Car. These were actually issued a lot earlier, and I think they would have gone to the Recce Corps, except the Recce Corps got something else. The versions that were used were normally used by the Royal Engineers. They were the same vehicle, but without a turret, and used as a runabout really for the Royal Engineer officers. Quite pleasant vehicles to hang about. Not a nice thing to drive, these. He's taken his place in the liner, next to the dingo. And now the Daimler armoured car. This is, if you like, a grown-up version of the Daimler Dingo. It's got four-wheel drive, it's got a Daimler six-cylinder engine in the back, but it really is one of the few vehicles that was built specifically for the purpose. It has no conventional chassis, unlike, say, the Humber or the Guy, and it does have a 2-pounder gun as its main armament. The American half-track was a ubiquitous vehicle. They were used by the United States Army, by the British Army, and by also French and Polish forces who landed around the same time. This particular version is the M16, fitted with the quad Browning machine guns in the back. It was really intended as an anti-aircraft vehicle. In those days there was nothing to shoot down. Following that is the Universal Carrier. It's normally known as the Brendan Carrier, but then slightly slower. Powered by a full V8 engine, driven just like an ordinary car. It has a method of steering which involves sliding part of the suspension actually across the floor of the vehicle. For tight turns, you use extension of the chassis. Sometimes you have just a roller, other times a winch, which it uses to get itself out of trouble or to haul other vehicles. Left-hand drive, of course, which you'd expect from an American vehicle. The Carrier, on the other hand, is right-hand drive, because they are British made, with the sort of gun that would keep them surviving on the D-Day battlefield. But it's the only one that's in running order. John Pearson restored it, which was a tremendous amount of effort into it. And he does have this marvellous vehicle to show you. It's got the screen, you can see the screen folded down around the superstructure there. You can have a propeller in the back to drive it through the water. They're not easy things to drive, not easy things even to get into. Even for someone short, you find half the roof is rubbing on your head, which is very uncomfortable. By a seven-cylinder air-cooled radial engine. So the drive shaft actually runs from the back of the tank all the way through the fighting compartment to the front. And you do need to be aware of that between the turret. Except before the M3A1 came out, that particular one is on the cast turret that has a 9-cylinder air-cooled continental engine in the back, which drives it at a fair rate of loss. The road here, which is the Royal Tank Regiment's gunnery school in those days, and it was the only tank in the British Army that could effectively destroy a German tank fairly full. It really effectively done. And there's a sideways, say that the way that these things leaked horribly, that in the rain, water got in and buggered everything up. But obviously it doesn't matter on a day like this. Again, we have our heads in the museum, and ours isn't in running order, so we have to wait till someone comes along who's got one. There it is. It's quite interesting. They were quite dead for 275mm guns, brilliant. Notice that the Germans in particular sloped armour plate. They found that by putting on sloped armour, you tended to increase the thickness, the effective thickness of the armour.
Especially when it goes off to France in 1940. And what we've got is one of those first tanks, the Royal Army Corps, the first Army Corps that is Now the idea of the Army Corps, why they did it, they thought it was good to have an overall body that looked after things such as training, equipment, the standards that are going to have to be reached by the soldiers in the different regiments. Now the cavalry regiments have moved over. They then changed them, swapped them around, think they cut that with a better combination, and then they decided to go with this particular model, which we're actually looking at a Mark III here. With firstly service at Alamein, actually, they get these out there. New turret, welded turret, and the new quick-firing 6-pounder gun. Still got a little bit of work to do on it because it's entirely finished, but you can see the wonderful work they've done. Mitsubishi engine in the back there, the diesel engine, the Japanese have bought some British Vickers tanks, did some experiments, one of them caught fire, and that put the bottle of something cold, and then we'll carry on with having a look at some of the bigger tanks we've got on site today that we used post-World War II. This is that wonderful moment with the Hargo that the poor guy that's actually driving it is the guy that restored it, so he can't run anyone out. There you go, thank you again, well done that man. And this is its first proper outing, the Hargo, so we're very pleased to see it here today. And it really has only just about been finished in terms of a restoration job.
It does, yeah. But it's a diesel, isn't it? So it probably runs pretty easy.
I think there's about one other Hargo in the world that actually works, so you're seeing something pretty rare there, as you are with all these vehicles together, because without bragging too much, there's very few places you can see a lineup of vehicles like this, and of course some of them unique. As a combination together, you'll never see these tanks together anywhere else. Invented with the Firefly, you can see the barrel, it's got that paint scheme on. The idea was to try and, from a distance, break up the outline of the barrel. Fireflies, because they're 17 pounder, are often picked on first to be knocked out. Sometimes they'll be used in what we now call an overwatch position. They stay slightly behind the other tanks. Jockey and maneuver, always one tank is in a position to open fire while other tanks are maneuvering. And with the Firefly, of course, because of the bigger gun, they were trying to find a way of sort of not making it that obvious that this was the 17 pounder. So they came up with different ways of doing it, but the weight line passenger piece that was used in the war. And we've just been given a set of photographs where they're trialling that paint scheme on a 17 pounder to see how effective it is. And there's a couple of photographs which all of a sudden you suddenly, in a manner that perhaps we were behind the curve for a couple of years in World War II. And this is the tank that was being issued to the Armoured Corps troops in December of '44. It's the Comet tank. And really the Comet in a way is a bit of a development of the Cromwell family. What rather was called a cruiser tank, so it's a faster tank, and they gave this tank a 77mm high velocity gun. That gun is about a third as powerful as the 17 pounder, again as powerful as the 17 pounder on the before earlier on the Firefly, and they gave, like the Cromwell tank, this has got that lovely sounding engine in the back. It's of course it's the Spitfire, the Meteor engine. It was basically the Merlin engine when it was in a Spitfire or in a Lancaster bomber, derated, they put it in a tank. A guy called the Centurion tank has a flat glacé plate. The idea of sloped armour has been known about for quite some time, but the idea there, with that sort of glacé plate, by having the vertical one, it meant that you could fit the Beetle machine gun. Somebody very sensibly at some point says, is that machine gun on the front, the barrel machine gun position, that necessary? Let's slope the armour, and that's what they did with the Centurion and just got away with the barrel machine gun. Comet tank, it was ended up being issued to the troops in December '44. They took them back during the Battle of the Bulge. They reissued the Sherman tanks to the troops, and the whole idea there was actually they thought it was safer for the tank crews to go in a tank they were familiar with to meet what they knew were German tanks coming the other way in the Battle of the Bulge. So they reissued the Shermans out to the tank units, and it was only in the spring of '45 all the crews with Spetsnaz or Special Forces troops before they even got to their tanks. Just like they were going to attack the Swedish Air Force, not attack as jets on the ground. All the aggressors of the Swedish air crew, they were going to pop round, knock on the door and shoot them on the day of the attack. So clever ways of trying to stop the
As a gold member, which is only £65 for an adult, you get all 3 days of Tankfest 2020 and the next 2 Tiger days.
between 12:13 and 1:30 next week. Get up close to the first of these machines. Also, give them a call and hear more about them. Get your photographs. See inside.
people that think I'll tell you, we've got plenty of other things going on in the site here till 6 o'clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for the carousel shortly, which will be starting shortly. But before we do that, I just want to introduce you to one person who's going to come and bring up here. This is Alex. Alex has a job of looking after you all day, making sure that I'm fed and watered and I'm in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.